Day 124 of 365 days of meditation. Back into sort of a quote unquote normal routine again. Back home. Was up at around 6 a.m., meditated for about 50 minutes before going out for some exercise. Well, the thing I noticed in today's practice was really that my mind is sort of really churning over this potential move that I'm about to make. I'm leaving the place I've lived for I don't know how many years, 8-10 years I think it's been, and I'm in an apartment currently, and considering a move sort of into a house in the woods, and it would be a significant distance from my friends and family, and obviously a significant change in lifestyle. And I was just sort of really obsessing about it, churning it over, thinking about it, analyzing it, trying to predict every possible negative outcome that might occur and how I would mitigate it. And just kind of my brain is going over into the obsessive overdrive mode on this a little bit, and finding it hard to make a decision as to what I want to do. I am finding, I guess, that the old habits of OCD kind of creeping in. OCD sometimes is referred to as the doubting disease. Well, disease is not a really accurate way of describing it. It's the idea that you sort of, if you are obsessive compulsive and you're performing a lot of ritualistic behavior, sort of repetitive behaviors, checking habits, etc., neutralizing behaviors, you begin to doubt that you completed something before, or there's a theory that you begin to doubt what you've already completed because you're forced to check it in order to mitigate anxiety. But by repeating checking habits, you start to build doubt in your mind about whether or not you actually did it. At least that's what I've been told. So perhaps just some old residue of what now seems like a past life, and maybe a little bit of doubting my ability to make the best decision in this case. And then what I kind of realized was that there's no such thing as the best decision. There's just the decision that you make in each moment, and the best decision is just a decision, and take action and move forward. And then you can reassess and adjust and change course, change direction, and just keep moving forward. And in the past, when I was struggling pretty severely with obsessive compulsive disorder, decision making was nearly impossible for me. Taking a step forward was nearly impossible for me. Every decision I made or potentially made felt like it was permanent and somehow unchangeable, which in this moment in time seems really irrational to think about it. But at that moment in my life, I guess I wasn't behaving all that rationally. Just some interesting things, I guess, popping up, and kind of looking at maybe how I would have behaved or sort of taken this on in the past, and how today I was just easily able to sort of, I guess, make a decision and move forward, and notice the behavior pattern and correct it. So that's really it for today. Not a lot else to touch on. In closing, I guess I would say, if you're struggling at all with your mental health, if you are, obsessing about decisions and unable to make a decision, unable to move forward in your life, you feel stuck, you feel overwhelmed, if you are just ruminating and worrying and, and it's excessive and it's really negatively impacting your quality of life. There are times where, every human being might worry a little or might ruminate on something a little bit, but, it's that refractory period that's really the hallmark of good mental health. The ability to, worry for a little bit, or be a little indecisive, or ruminate on something, and only do it for a short period of time, and then, choose to move on, or at least have the ability to move on. with your life, not get stuck there. And if you are feeling stuck there right now, I would encourage you to talk to somebody. From my own personal experience, the absolute best takeaway I got from, I guess, therapy was sort of uncovering some of the errors in thinking that I had, that were really creating a lot of anxiety and unnecessary stress in my life that was, leading to depressed states. This was as an adult. I'd already kind of, for the most part, had all these sort of OCD related neutralizing behaviors, compulsions, rituals, etc. under control by that point in my life, but there were still some errors in thinking, and having somebody be able to shine the light on them and show me the sort of ways that I was thinking, the beliefs that I was holding, the perceptions that I had that were really just creating stress in my life, and that were not necessarily true. They were just something that I had formed at some point in my life and then just kind of held on to. And I think a lot of the manner in which we think is almost oblivious to us at times, unless we really dissect our own thoughts and our own belief systems and the way we're thinking. We just kind of run on autopilot and assume it's the only way, and it's not. And, that sort of quality of your mental landscape really determines the quality of your life. So if you are struggling and the quality of your life is not ideal right now, there's a good chance that the quality of your mental landscape, your thought processes, your beliefs, what's going on in your head, the chatter going on in your head is not helpful, and that's what's sort of driving a decrease in your quality of life. So if you are at that point, again, talk to somebody. Don't suffer in silence. There's nothing worse than feeling isolated when you're struggling. Reach out, get some help. And you'll be helping another person in the process, not just yourself, because you'll be helping end the stigma around mental health, which down the road somebody else may find it easier or be more comfortable to reach out and ask for help when they need it. So you'll be helping yourself and helping future generations of people potentially, maybe even somebody you know. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.